Hey, what's going on, my 24 Apparel people? Just wanted to come back to you for another interview. Just speaking on the NIL space, right? A lot of people think that NIL is just strictly meaning money, right? And that's the only value in NIL deals. And that's not actually true. It's a lot of different levels when you talk about NIL deal. But before we get into that, I just wanted to give some pointers, right? So if you're an athlete and you're looking for a brand and you want them to get your attention, there's a lot of things that you can do that you can make sure that makes it easier for you to get that brand's attention. Like one of the things, right, is if a brand heard about you. So say for instance, if Joe Dumars is someone that they've heard about and they're like, oh man, this kid is great, he's excellent, he's a stud. So now I want to go look for Joe Dumars and I'm going on Instagram and I'm going to put in Joe Dumars. I can't find him, right? Because Joe Dumars' handle is Joe Cash Money Millionaire Dumars, right? So you guys have to understand that, you know, when you become an athlete, you have to create things that are easy for you to find. So I would say that's one of the first things is nobody can offer you a deal if they can't find you, right? The second thing is, and this is my own personal opinion, but for a lot of brands, they want to see your personality, right? So when they're looking at your page, if you only have, say, 5 posts, and all of those 5 posts are just your highlights, then as a brand, it's gonna be like, okay, well, you got to look at it. If I'm a clothing brand, if I'm an apparel brand, and say you go play for a school that's a Nike school, then I can never get my clothes on you to be in front of your audience because you have to wear Nike and Adidas in the game. So you have to understand that. Now, does that mean that that's the only way? No, because they have a lot of kids that's ranked. It's only one number 1 in the class. It's only one number 2 in the class. So you have to understand those are the exception to the rules, to where they may be able to just have highlight videos on their thing and get away with it. But remember, it's only the top 10. It can only be one top 10 in that class. So what about the other thousands of athletes that are in that class, right? So I feel like you guys have to understand that as well, that, you know, posting, if a brand is looking for you, they want to see your personality. So when I go to pages, I don't care, you can be the number 1 player in the country. If you only have 4 posts on your page, then most likely I'm going to scroll past it because you're not showing me your personality. I don't have time to, you know, we don't have time to look, you know, it's a million athletes out there. We don't have time to go on your page, go look for your Facebook, go look at all these different things to see your personality. So just understand that just only posting your highlights, it may work for some, but the vast majority, it's not gonna work. Again, it's my opinion, not saying that that's it. So you're gonna have people that say, well, oh, I only post 2 and I get this deal. It's gonna always be an exception to the rule. So make sure, I'm not saying that this is word, I'm not saying that this is the only way to do it. I'm only speaking on in general for people who are looking for deals, right? The other thing is, when you do have something in your page, be careful on what you're letting people tag you in, because that's another huge thing. So if somebody you're allowing them to tag you and it's them smoking weed or them robbing someone or guys riding with guns and things like that, people don't want that a part of their brand. So even if you don't post it on your page, but if you allow somebody to tag you, then that means you condone what they're doing. And you're allowing that brand to assume that you condone what they're doing. So to be safe, you know, put it to where people got to approve to tag you. That way that you can control more of that what's on your page, right? Also, on top of that, make sure that when you post, it's calculated. Make sure you understand what it is. It's not saying that you have to post every single thing that you do, but make sure it has some kind of substance. Because if we're looking at your page and it's like one day you're posting something about this and another day it's something totally different, we're gonna wonder like, okay, like where's this kid headspace at, right? So it's almost you want to tell a story about yourself when you're creating the content. Now, a lot of people may not have time to do that, and that's okay. That's when you get your friends, you get your family, you get your mom, your dad, you get different people that's always around you to be like, hey, can you capture this real quick? And it's very, very simple. You know, you guys train a lot. All of the athletes, y'all train a lot. So when you're training, hey, get a quick clip. If you're doing squats, get somebody to video, you know, you're doing 2 or 3 squats, and you can go post on your story in the gym again. Or you could post, you wake up at 5 a.m. You could take a picture of you getting up at 5 a.m., letting people know that, hey, I'm getting at it. So those are just a little small tips that I feel that's super important for athletes, for parents, that if you guys are looking for NIL deals and it's becoming a struggle, try some of those things out. I can't guarantee that they'll work for everyone, but that's definitely a good start.